Oh, kneecap update. Before we get to Zohran Mamdani, which I'm going to get to in a second. Kneecap rapper granted unconditional bail over terror charge.
From West Belfast to Westminster Magistrates Court, you know when Kneecap have arrived in scenes which make the band's mosh pits look tame. The Kneecap rapper Makara found himself centre stage, charged with a terrorism offence, accused of displaying a flag in support of Hezbollah, a proscribed terrorist organisation, at a gig last year, something he denies. Usually found giving the middle finger to the British establishment.
Get your bread set, get your bread set. We're on a mad one.
To their fans, Kneecap are the rowdy voice of republicanism and rave culture.
Nah.
Today, Makara left the lyrics to his lawyers, only appearing to confirm his name and address before being bailed just in time for Glastonbury. As his bandmate...
They also fucking forcibly cancelled like half of their sold out shows all around Europe, which is insane. Like, actually insane. I'm seeing them in the UK because of you? Hell yeah. My boys. Clutching my pearls and crossing the street if I see these thugs walking my way. Dude, listen. They're wonderful people. They're incredible people. You rarely ever meet someone that you've never met before, that you don't really know that much about, and you just fucking click. Your worldview is so perfectly aligned, okay? Amazing. They're fantastic. They're great lads. Love them. You've seen the movie, right? Yeah, I have. I not only saw the movie, I went and I actually live streamed their second concert at Coachella, the concert that caused all of this fucking chaos to take place, because at their second concert at Coachella, they had a placard behind them that said, fuck Israel. and I think like fuck the USA or something. It was like, no, fuck Israel, stop the genocide, something along those lines. And that was very, very frustrating for them. I went on stage with them. Surprisingly, I got no photos of that, but they said, yeah, fuck Israel, free Palestine. And that started this sequence of events where they were like actively mining to try to figure out any kind of like thing that they had said that was prosecutable. And they found, allegedly, in a stage performance, allegedly Mohara holding up a Hezbollah flag, a proscribed terror organization. And so yeah, they literally fucking slapped this like ridiculous terrorism charge.
Pointed out.
For anybody going to Glastonbury, you can see us there. But most importantly,
that's Dan, by the way. He's also dope as fuck. Very cool dude. That's their manager. He also manages I think like an Irish. He manages a Irish women's soccer team that played, I think, or maybe a women's soccer team, but he played. They played with a Palestinian team as well. And also on top of that, he used to work for the UN. He is brilliant.
Kneecap say they're the victims of a coordinated smear campaign by the British establishment.
We're not the story here.
After speaking out on Gaza. But today the prosecution said this case wasn't about the rapper's support of Palestine or his criticisms of Israel. But
even if he did support Hezbollah, how the hell do they charge him with terrorism for simple verbal support? Is there really that much restriction on speech in the UK? Yes. Yes. Literally, it is illegal.
Instead centred on allegedly displaying the flag of a terrorist organisation. While the fans waiting outside made their feelings known.
KNEECAP have been targeted because they stand up for the Palestinian people, and that's wrong. I stand with KNEECAP. This thing about Hezbollah is a lot of nonsense.
He was allegedly wearing and chanting up Hamas, up Hezbollah, obviously a prescribed terrorist organisation, I mean, that is a crime, isn't it? There's no getting around that.
The flag was thrown on the stage for a start. He didn't come out with it.
And we'll give the final word, weirdly, to Paul Weller, a supporter of the band who we spotted outside.
You a big fan?
Yeah.
Fan of their music or their politics?
I'm for the truth.
Thank you, Mr. Weller.
Rapper Makara will next appear in court on August the 20th. Meanwhile, stopping the traffic outside with a more is more approach, KNEECAP's mantra.
Amazing. Paul Weller is an absolute Chad. Europe does not have free speech. I mean, Europe does have, obviously Europe has some semblance of free speech. It's just not as, American free speech is less restrictive than European free speech, which is also slated to change in America as well. Yeah, they also demanded an Irish translator. Demanding an Irish interpreter in a British court where everyone knows you speak English is so swag. And also exactly what Mo Farah did in the movie when he gets arrested for selling Molly. The case has been postponed until August 20th to allow time for legal arguments regarding the time frame in which charges were issued. An Irish interpreter is to be sourced for the next hearing.
I'm a free man!
Dude, I love Irish people. They're the fucking best. Ne yapıyorsun? Ne yapıyorsun? Ne? Ha. Eyvah. Eyvah. Peki hadi. Daha yeni yıkandı. Öp kokla. My mom is here. I'm telling her that Conor McGregor exists. Don't fucking sully the good name of Ireland by bringing up that fucking pig.